The sun rose slowly over Dixon, Kentucky, casting a golden haze across the quiet countryside. Birds chirped outside the modest Slaton family home, where change had been a constant visitor over the past few years. Inside, the world felt quieter than usual, and Tammy Slaton, once the larger-than-life figure whose health struggles had captivated millions, sat by the window with a soft blanket over her lap, a steaming cup of herbal tea in hand. She was smaller now. Not just in body, but in volume, less loud, less volatile, more introspective. A journey of pain, loss, victory, and scars had reshaped more than her appearance. It had carved new truths into her soul. Amy's wedding was 2 days away. The family was buzzing, calls flying back and forth, dresses being altered, cakes being tasted, and guest lists adjusted. But Tammy, the older sister who had always been at the heart of their storm, had quietly let it be known she wouldn't be attending. And the world, naturally, wanted to know why. Chapter 1. After the Skin Falls Away. 6 months earlier, Tammy stood on the operating table, surrounded by sterile white walls and the hum of heart monitors. Her weight loss journey had taken her through grueling exercise routines, strict diets, a near-death experience in a coma, and finally, after more than 200 pounds lost, she was cleared for the ultimate transformation, skin removal surgery. The excess flesh, which once hung like heavy drapes on her body, was more than a physical reminder of the weight she once carried. It was symbolic of the emotional weight she still bore. "I'm not afraid of the knife," she had said in an interview before the operation. "I'm afraid of what I'll feel when it's all gone. Will I even recognize myself anymore?" Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The surgery took nearly 8 hours. Over 30 pounds of loose skin were removed. The healing process was long, slow, and painful. Physical therapy was required. Tammy struggled with everything from deep tissue bruising to phantom sensations of weight she no longer carried. But none of it compared to the emotional rawness. Chapter 2. The Wedding Whispers. Amy had found love again. After a messy split from Michael, the father of her 2 young boys, she'd slowly opened her heart to someone new, James, a soft-spoken nurse with a gentle wit and a love for old-school country music. He adored Amy and her kids, and more importantly, he understood the chaos that came with loving a Slaton sister. When James proposed during a family bonfire in April, Amy said yes with tears in her eyes. Tammy had smiled that day, cheered, even hugged them both. But something behind her eyes was distant. Maybe it was the exhaustion of recovery. Maybe it was something deeper. As wedding plans began, Amy excitedly asked Tammy to be her matron of honor. "I want you standing next to me," Amy had said, gripping Tammy's hands. "I want everyone to see how far we've come." Tammy had nodded. "Of course, I will." But 2 months later, with the date approaching, Tammy sent a simple message to the family group chat. "I'm sorry, I can't be at the wedding. Please don't hate me." Chapter 3. Cameras, Critics, and the Mirror. In a tell-all YouTube vlog that dropped days before the wedding, Tammy spoke to her fans, no makeup, no glamour lights, just her and the camera. "Hey y'all, I know people are gonna be mad. I know Amy's fans are gonna call me selfish or dramatic or whatever. But I wanted to tell my truth." She took a long pause, visibly struggling. "I had skin removal surgery 6 months ago. It changed my life. I look in the mirror and I still don't know who I'm looking at. I thought losing weight would fix everything, but it just made me see how broken I was in other ways." Her voice cracked. "I was gonna be there. I got my dress. I even had a speech written. But last week, I had a panic attack just trying it on. I saw my arms, the scars, the shape of my body, and I didn't feel beautiful. I didn't feel whole. I didn't feel ready." Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm not skipping the wedding because I'm mad or lazy or selfish. I'm skipping it because I love Amy too much to bring that darkness into her day. I want her to shine. And I need time to shine on my own first. Chapter 4. Amy's Response. Amy, blindsided by the decision, had taken it hard. "I won't lie, I cried when I read her message," she said in a TLC behind-the-scenes clip. "We've been through everything together. I wanted her by my side." But after watching Tammy's vlog, Amy's tears turned from hurt to empathy. She's been strong for all of us for so long, even when she was breaking down inside. If she needs to heal alone, I'll respect that. I just want her to be okay. Still, the absence would be felt. The seat reserved for Tammy at the front row would sit empty, her bouquet left untouched. Their famous Slaton sister dance wouldn't happen on that dance floor. Chapter 5: Letters and Lavender. The morning of the wedding, a courier arrived with a lavender envelope addressed to Amy. Inside was a handwritten note. "To my little sister on her big day. I wish I could be there more than anything, but I'm with you in spirit, in love, in every beat of that big heart you've always had. Don't look for me in the crowd, look for me in the wind, in the music, in the stars that shine over your vows. I'll be watching. I'll be healing. I'll be back soon, stronger than ever. Love always. Tammy." Amy cried when she read it. And when she walked down the aisle, a single lavender ribbon was tied around her bouquet, Tammy's favorite color. Chapter 6: Healing Behind the Scenes. While the world watched the wedding unfold on social media, Tammy was nowhere near her phone. Instead, she was at Serenity Ranch, a private retreat center tucked into the Tennessee hills, focusing on trauma recovery, self-worth, and identity rebuilding. There, she met others who had gone through massive physical transformations: burn survivors, cancer survivors, formerly obese individuals, all of whom shared one truth: the body may change, but the heart takes longer to catch up. "I needed to find Tammy again," she said in her journal. Not the YouTube star, not the meme, not the burden, not the inspiration. Just Tammy. She spent the wedding day meditating by a lake, surrounded by quiet. "I miss her," she whispered aloud, "but I know this was right." Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Chapter 7: The Surprise Toast. Back at the wedding reception, just as the DJ finished the father-daughter dance, the lights dimmed and a screen descended from the ceiling. Amy looked confused. This wasn't planned. Then a video began to play. It was Tammy, wearing a deep blue dress and no makeup, standing in front of a sunset backdrop. "Amy, if you're seeing this, then your man didn't chicken out and actually played the video like I asked him to. Good job, James," she laughed nervously. "I want to raise a toast, even if I'm miles away, even if I'm not in heels, even if I'm not next to you. To my sister who never gave up on love. Who taught me what bravery really looks like. Who is more than just a bride today, she's a damn queen. I'm sorry I'm not there. But I love you more than words can say. And one day soon, we'll have a celebration of our own, two sisters, whole, happy, and healed." The room erupted in applause. Amy was speechless, holding back tears. Chapter 8: Looking Forward. 3 months later, Tammy returned to public life with a new podcast, Weight of Words, exploring the emotional side of body transformation. Her voice was stronger, her tone confident, her laugh more frequent. In her first episode, she addressed the wedding again. "I used to think missing that day would be my biggest regret. But now I realize it was one of the best decisions I ever made. Not because I didn't love my sister, but because I finally loved myself enough to say, I'm not ready." Tammy and Amy later filmed a special episode together for TLC, sitting on a porch swing, laughing, crying, and hugging like no time had passed. "I forgive you," Amy said. "I forgive me too," Tammy replied. Epilogue: The healing continues. Life didn't magically become easy after that. There were setbacks, frustrations, awkward interviews, and public scrutiny. But something had shifted. Tammy wasn't just surviving anymore. She was choosing how to live. And while she missed that walk down the aisle, she was already preparing for another path, one that led back to herself. As she put it in her final journal entry of the year, Some people find healing in crowds, cheers, and cake. I found mine in silence, scars, and solitude. And I wouldn't change a thing. Subscribe the channel to get such videos.